Here at ISE 2025, sustainability is in the spotlight. But is it a want or a need? Today, I'm asking AV how important and influential sustainability is becoming.
It's a necessity. Absolutely. It's like Nike, just do it. We all talk about it, we hear about the greenwashing. I'm so happy that we have the CSRD and the ESG, because now we need to report on it. You need to measure it and report on the finances. We're now basing everything on facts and figures instead of just stating I'm sustainable. So we need to put it on the agenda. The most important thing is having KPIs on executive level, for example, driving the business to sustainability.
With our partners at Philips Professional Displays, we're actually finding that it's both a want and a need. Sustainability is becoming more and more the top of the agenda for partners, and we're working very closely with them to bring different things to the market, take back schemes, things like that, as well as the green and more sustainably focused products, to make sure that we give them as many ways as possible to help their customers to be more sustainable.
It's happening, whether you want it or need it or don't. So I think that what everyone needs to recognise is, coupled with our obligations to the environment to be better human beings, there is also the incredible rise in the cost of energy over the last few years, and of course the new reporting regulations. So what's happening in Europe will have a knock-on effect to the rest of the world. Products will be redesigned. Products will ship differently, they'll be made from different materials, they'll be friendlier to the planet when it's time for them to be recycled. It's all happening, so whether you're in a country that has regulations for reporting or not, the knock-on effect to how we work is coming regardless.
It's absolutely a need. It's something is coming, so the regulation is more and more strict every day, and the resellers, the end users, all the channel has to adapt to it. So we are trying to do efforts to make it simple, but it's not very simple, unfortunately. So we have the emission carbon scope 1, 2, 3 to measure, and it's a big difficult today to have a closer measure. So we are working to get all this easier for the resellers, easier for the channel to have this, to accommodate this into all the RFPs coming, so the end user can be responsible and have auditable data for these sustainability requirements.
I think it's probably a bit of both, to be honest. I think there's a want to drive down running costs and people's carbon footprints, but I also think there's a need for it, which is just basically reducing material usage and the stress that we put on the planet. And if you can do that, we believe we do it with innovation. That's the best way to do it, rather than doing things like recycled boxes and solar panels on factory roofs. If we can make innovations that hand on sustainable benefits to our customers, that's the best way to do it. And one of the ways we're doing that this year is with the Eclipse. So the Eclipse is designed to cut power consumption when screens are in standby, LED screens, to zero. And that's one of the easiest ways to hand on energy saving and reducing carbon footprints to our customers.
It's a need, and so as a manufacturer, one of the things you need to focus on is sustainability as productization. And so what I mean by that is there are ways to position your product in a sustainable way. So we make our own driver chips, and we pay a lot of attention to power, and it really gives us a differentiation in the marketplace. So not only are we doing the right thing for sustainability, it's actually the right business decision as well. So there are ways to do it and ways to not do it, and it's always, if you have a business need that you're sustaining and sustainability, that's absolutely the way to go.
I think it's a need now. Sustainability is a must for our customer, for the investor, for the regulation and publish business to more eco-friendly. For the heavy industry, the means using energy efficient product, reducing electronics waste and choosing in a responsible way the supplier. Companies that don't adopt any of this kind of sustainability may find more harder to compete with the other.
It's definitely a need. It's something we as a collective, as the AV industry, needs to step up into. It's something we need to engage in, and we have a lot of clients where the top priority is quality, the next thing is sustainability, and then comes price. So for us, that's a huge need, and we don't see it. We see some attempt. SVA, the new standard in America, is very interesting, but it hasn't come up with any real solutions yet. So we really, really need solution, and we need to come together as a collective in our industry to do that.
Well, I think we were talking the other day about considering sustainability from a go green or go bust perspective. And so like most people, when I think of going green, I think of doing it for the good of mankind, the safety and security of the world we share. But when we think about going bust, then we have to think about building a sustainable business model. And if we want to build a sustainable business, we have to start by thinking of our customers. So consider this, 60% of the 2,000 largest publicly traded companies in the world have climate pledges or climate strategies. 75% of the world's countries have climate laws or climate pledges. Combined, that is 93% of the world's GDP. So if you're a company that wants to work with those companies and those economies, then you better have a way to help support and help those companies achieve their measurable sustainability goals. If you don't, then your company will go bust.